they've put Ted, or they're going to put Ted Lasso in FIFA, which I don't like it because I like Ted Lasso, and I don't like the same games being released over and over again each year. Oh, but you like Call of Duty? I don't really. Like, the last genuinely good COD was Black Ops 2, which in November will turn 10 years old. um, I think that's something else to say, but I can't remember it. So this school on Wednesday, the 21st of September 2022. And we're out today. Got good ratings. So review on Sunday. Today's media lesson was so far the worst media lesson of the year because it was all about representations, and it was like a gender is on a spectrum, and so at this point this is, and also I mentioned this last year, but he did it today again. So I'm not gonna give out my opinions in this, but sorry, excuse my old tie, nearly falling off there. I'm not gonna give my opinion. Proceeds to give opinion. The opinion was that he can't wait for the day that something like trans women being accepted in society, as if trans people are the mainstream. No, sorry, as if they aren't, when in reality they are. I was supposed to have a meeting with female head of year, period free, talk about careers or something. She's in Ganaway all day. I think that's it. The English lesson, nothing really happened. So the Town, universally positive ratings. I watched it on Netflix because it was leaving in 9 days. Directed by Ben Affleck, starring Ben Affleck, Blake Lively, Jeremy Renner, Jon Hamm, Titus Welliver. This Jimmy Joe guy, I thought he was Tamara Morrison when I saw him, because he was only in it for a couple of seconds. It's good. Also, and review Saints Row 5. There were a bunch of glitches, more than I got recorded. Also the fact that the game was very politically correct. Well, kind of politically correct. Like, all it really was that Kevin is bi, and that's it, I think. When Saints Row was supposed to be anti-PC. Other than that, game's fantastic. Charlie and everyone else that talk crap about it need to learn to shut their mouths. Normally at this point I would do the beginning review of the game that I'm playing, but I want to play a bit more before I make a comment on it, because the opening wasn't really... I don't want to give away what the game is, but all I'm going to say, it's a remaster of a game that I've already played before. It's an absolute masterpiece, but the problem with the opening is that it looks exactly the same as it does on PS4, which kind of sucks. But the opening cutscene, or the cutscene after the prologue, I was about to say something that was, like, anyone who's played it will know what I'm talking about. But after the prologue, it does start to look incredible. But I can't talk anymore. And actually, I've probably just ruined the review. I won't be able to talk about much now. Crap. Anyway, it's Twitter as of 20 to 7 p.m. Right, why is this being promoted instead of Andor? Trump Organization? Excuse my stomach again. You say that, A.G. James, but what if it was Biden? Sorry, I thought A.G. was the Attorney General, okay. Letitia James. Right. Oh, filed a lawsuit against Ivanka Trump. Isn't she dead? You're... Like, I might be wrong, because his other wife, or maybe it's his daughter I'm confusing it with, but they have similar names. But I mean, let's just say for a second that I'm correct. You are suing a dead person. Trump is going to jail. I've been waiting for this moment for 7 years. Come on. So, I'm not going to go back into it because we'll probably disappear, but Trump is going to get sued under a new law for something he did before the law came to pass. I don't think that's right. I don't think you're able to do that. Like, say murder was made legal. And I'm not talking like the purge or anything like that, but let's just say that it was never made illegal. You can do it with no consequences, and they make it illegal tomorrow. And I murder someone that, okay, I don't want to say that because it would take me down, but someone murders someone today. Like, as far as I know, the way the law works is you cannot punish someone for doing something that is illegal, and he did it when it was legal. That's not right. Oh no, so mortifying that this movie that you're doing got leaked. Like, what are you mortified about? Oh, that's great, PayPal being authoritarian. But no, don't worry. Uh, Elon Musk is such a great guy because of the memes. Person murdered a teen in McHenry, North Dakota, accusing him to be a right-wing extremist. Kaylor Ellingson, 18, called his mother for help, saying he was being pursued. He was found dead. The suspected killer, Shannon Brandt, is held on $50,000. Oh God. This is a licensed therapist who parents entrust their kids with. So, I'm just gonna have to like break this down for people who are gonna support this person. Let's take a 10-year-old child, born male, but says that they believe that they are a woman. Well, no 10-year-old would say that of their own accord. Someone has And by when I say influence, I don't mean that that person who will be an adult. I don't mean that they're saying, "Hey, you're a woman, you're a woman." What I mean is that it's going to be either the schools, the parents, the media. Actually, just basically just them: schools, parents, media. So take them to a therapist, and the therapist says, "Well, why do you think that you are a woman?" Well, what I mean, what I mean is, why do you want to be trans, right? And the kid says, and this isn't what all the kids are going to say, but let's just say, kid says, well, I like Barbies, but I don't like football. This is an English child, by the way. And the therapist just goes, well, you're a woman, so get the hormones, put the lipstick on, the dress. Well, in a skull, not the lipsticks and dress, but yeah, you're a woman. Like, so brave. You are a woman. 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 Like, no. Like, if I were a therapist and a child said, a guy, boy, said that they believe they are a woman because of something as minor as that, I would say, nothing wrong with that. Doesn't mean you're a woman. Like, yeah, if you tell the boys, they might pick on you, but like there are other guys who do more girlier things, and they're still quite masculine people. I was trying to think of an example of something I do, but I can't think of anything. Like, I was going to say I watch New Girl, but New Girl isn't actually like a girly show. Like just because like I'm tired of when people talk about anything that has the word girl in it. People automatically assume it's girly, but something like New Girl isn't at all. Anyway, yeah, this person, he's a groomer.
As well. Yeah, these groups are supposed to be concerned about the future of children were completely AWOL. Banksy, for example, you talk about in the book. Again, he is propped up, platformed by the tabloid media, by the legacy media in general, as this kind of, working class, gritty, anti-establishment icon. Yet through his art, specifically over the past 5, 6 years, he pushes every establishment narrative going, whether it be on the climate change issue, migrant crisis, Brexit, pro-EU art. He uses children to symbolise free expression, as you write about in the book. Yeah, where was Banksy during lockdown? Where was the art speaking out, rebelling against one of the biggest imposition on human liberty in our living memory? He was completely AWOL. You would have thought that, art that is supposed to challenge power structures would at least have raised a whimper of dissent against lockdown. Yet it was completely non-existent, right? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what you'll find about these people who are claiming to be anti-establishment, that they were completely authoritarian.
Same thing as with Anonymous. Like, they were quite counterculture and just apolitical. But as soon as it came to the 2016 elections, all of a sudden it was, if you're a Trump supporter, we will leak your address. Now, That doesn't seem right to me. I'm not going to read what this person has said yet, but without the context, it just seems like people are standing there and the police are telling them, back up or we will use force. From that, the police are in the wrong. But let's see what really happened. Tensions have risen as the group of 200 approached the exterior fencing of the Hindu Centre. Police swiftly moved them back to the other side. Okay. Yeah, so the police are in the right then because we do still have that conflict between the Hindus and the Muslims. Another vibrant exchange of cultures in a proudly multicultural city, as the former Labour MP put it. Liz Truss didn't discuss migrant crossings or Northern Ireland protocol in Macron talks. Number 10 says, oh dear, I was hoping for a new dawn. Instead, we got the same old rubbish. Virtually every single MP in Westminster is responsible for the ethnic and religious violence seen in. Paul mentioned, like he pronounced it. And if anyone was watching yesterday, I think he pronounced it as Leicester. I'm just gonna pronounce it as Leicester from now on. Decided to go down the road of diversity and multiculturalism. Our politicians have done this to our great country. To me, all I really have to say is it seems to me like they need more police there. Like I saw 3 officers there who were immediately there, but then there were a couple of others that were just standing back doing what looks like nothing. Okay, I read this, but I didn't finish it. PayPal shut down the account of the Free Speech Union, an organisation which defends gender-critical academics and opposes drag queen story hours in schools. Yeah, Elon Musk can go screw himself. They've been doing this for years. Anyone vaguely right of centre who's doing not even right of centre, if you are left wing, you will be shut down. You like if you are not far left, then they will kill you. Sorry, exaggerating. I'm tired of all the exaggerations, but I'm doing it. But they will make sure that you are fired, have no revenue source, you can't buy food, and you will just slowly starve to death. And I'm not exaggerating there, because that's what they tried to do with. It was a voice actor for Gorillaz. Doing business with PayPal is risking their livelihood. It's a totally unsafe platform. Now, imagine if this was 200 white men storming a mosque. This would be global news. It's grotesque what's happening in Britain. The police car and our cowardly media barely pass judgment. How would a generation that thinks words or violence and misgendering is a stochastic terrorism react to an intercontinental nuclear war? Periodic reminder that the religious right who was mocked mercilessly for correctly predicting the future. I forgot to mention, like, your homophobic, transphobic parents drop you off for therapy thinking I'm hetero. Well, it's got nothing to do with them thinking you're gay or straight or anything like that. Also, why are you saying hetero and all straight? But homophobic, transphobic. Like, I think any parent or any good parent wouldn't want their child to be trans, because, and just please, for the love of God, hear me out here. Now, I'm not speaking as a parent because I don't have kids, but I guarantee you that most good parents would, right, they'll support their child, but they'll be sad. Like, I'll switch it from being trans being gay. Like, child comes out as gay to the parents, and let's say that the child is a woman or a girl. Well, the parents might be sad because they would want biological grandchildren. Yeah, you can have biological grandchildren even as a lesbian through, like, I don't know if it's IVF or something like that, but you sperm donors. You have a biological grandchild, although he will be a bastard. But and it's similar with being trans. So it's not transphobic or homophobic. You're just being a good parent. Now, unless you're actually like disowning your child for being gay or trans, then yeah, they are homophobic and transphobic. Now watching a 6-minute video. This is the new battlefront in the ongoing war against free speech. Financial services being withdrawn from people. Founder of Free Speech Union and Daily Skeptic, Toby Young, speaks to Mark Dolan about payments to his organisations being blocked by PayPal. PayPal has just withdrawn the Overton window. There are now certain issues you aren't allowed to defend people for expressing skeptical opinions about PayPal's blocking payments to the FSU through its platform for alleged violations of the company's acceptable use policy. Not watching a 2-minute video. Gays Against Groomers founder Jamie Mitchell appears on Tucker to discuss her organisation being banned by PayPal and Venmo. We're not scared, we're not intimidated, and we're not going to stop. Go on! Warned for years that the platform's goal was to fuse censorship with the social credit system cashless society. Anti-regime opinions will remove your ability to operate in normal society. PayPal is the head of the Hydra. President Survey has warned that the planet is entering into a great world conflict that could take place within the next 2 months. Democrat Sheriff of Bexar County in Texas claims to be criminally investigating Florida Governor Ron DeSantis admitted Tuesday that assertions made by Biden officials that the border is secure and are patently false. In Place, Birmingham, near the place, fire broke out, requiring over 70 fire engines to put the flames out. Locals break out into a brawl, hampering firemen attempting to put the fire out. Diversity Land. Rand Paul noted Tuesday that Biden's own officials are regularly contradicting him after Biden declared the pandemic to be over. Yeah, I talked about this in Monday's article video. New study says that a nuclear war would cause global temperatures to plunge up by about 13 degrees Fahrenheit, 7 degrees Celsius, triggering a nuclear little ice age that would lead to mass starvation. So, nuclear war would decrease the planet's temperature, you're saying? I don't understand that. Liz Truss says higher energy bills are a price worth paying. 6.8 million people skipping meals to stay afloat. 5 million households unable to heat their homes in winter. 1 million more children in absolute poverty by 2023. A price worth paying. Enough is enough. And yet most of you have gleefully supported her government prolonging a war that has massively exacerbated all this. Strange. 12 individuals who are on the terror watch list attempted to cross the southern border in the US in August alone. Customs and Border Protection data shows bringing the total of potential terrorists apprehended to 78 this year. There's tens of millions of slaves on the planet today, far more than the past. The majority are in Africa and Arabia and the Emirates. Thank God Britain made it illegal 200 years ago. But no, Britain is a racist place. This is a fascinating photo. The top dogs don't wear ties or masks. Not just an Eastern thing. The well-to-do class wear ties, but no mask. The servant wear masks and ties. Well, there's absolutely nothing wrong with wearing a tie. Whatsoever. So, just talk about the masks, because the masks, yeah, that has a problem. One of these, what we're cooking oils, right, dude, it's called a tier list. You want to see sea salt? I think microplastics. So, the argument just dropped. This isn't where it starts, but just to warn you. It's that time of the year. Remember to gather your tatty berries for the next harvest. Also, if you have dogs or children, triple and quadruple check the ground to make sure you got them all. They are very toxic. Your hands! LMAO, that's Cloggies. Moisturizing is for fairies. He wanted to use another F word, but he can't. Got little soft, girly hands. Yeah, here we go. Morris Dancer used to. Oh, this is where it starts. Great. We're not arguing over fruit or whatever this is. A lot of people judging by the state of your hands are self-reporting that they've never done manual labor. Oh, for God's sake. These hands have never seen manual labor, pal. Hell knows what's wrong with them. Probably the day of his day. Oh, Jesus Christ. We're arguing over Marcus's hands now. Or maybe it was working in a refrigerated warehouse. I say warehouse twice. And fitting granite fixings for 12 years. My hands looked beautiful before that. That's BS, Marcus. You worked in a call centre and as a security guard on the train tracks. Right. They weren't his only two jobs because, he's 35. Or he will be 35 next month. So, he's held more than just two jobs. Boy, is it going to blow your mind when you find out that in a person's whole life they can work multiple jobs. 12 years in a refrigeration company? He's not saying 12 years in a refrigeration company. Or is he? Oh, sorry, he was. LMFAO. I've a pal that knows you well, Marcus. I believe him over you any day. Name names. Not with a refrigeration company, a refrigerated warehouse. Also never done security for train tracks at all. Sounds like your pal's full of crap. Sounds like you are, Marcus. The amount of security jobs you've claimed to do whilst working 12 hours in a refrigeration warehouse is amazing. Problem here stems from you not knowing how security works. Almost all of it is contractual. You're on a site for a few months, then they move you on to the next. You can be at many different places throughout the year, plus some stable ones. Oh, I do, pal. Worked for DFC in Glasgow for years. Never heard of them, but when you did you work on the exact same sites at all time? Or did you get moved around? For example, I had two clubs that were my regular shifts, but I would get texts asking to do single shifts at other places. Or maybe it's construction, like the wind farm project down near Colburn. Once that was finished, we would move on to the next contract. Or maybe the mental ward I worked in for a while since they were in the process of migrating patients to a newly built facility, so their security team was split between buildings and we were brought in as extra contractors to cover the gap. Point being, when you work in security, unless it's retail or specifically in-house, you rarely work in the same place for long. This isn't me making crap up. You're just spewing crap about an industry you don't know anything about. Point is, I worked at the Barrowlands, the RGD's King Tuts, and the SECC for 7 years for DFC. BS, how did you work in so many different places in just 7 years? Because I'm older than you. You didn't even realize that your own argument just got used against you. You've been working since I was 16. That's 19 years of working. In 19 years, people can have very many jobs. Sometimes people can be working 2 jobs at once. Like working in a call center during the week, then doing the doors at the weekends, which is the arrangement I had back when the Nazi Pug stuff dropped. Why is this basic crap so hard for you to understand? How did you fit in working 12 years for a refrigeration warehouse and a call center? Because I'm 35, you absolute weapon. Right. I know why I said it, but I mean, you should know your own age, Marcus. Like, why are you putting up your age? Because you were born on the 19th of October 1987. You're 34. Amazing how life this literally cannot understand working in several jobs their entire life. So you worked for 12 years in a warehouse before you were 18. I got it. Do you know how time works? From age 19 to 27, I also worked in a warehouse. Also had a side job doing granite fixings towards the end of that. Then a call center for a few years. Then back into a warehouse. Plus started doing security. So that's like, oh, I've already said that. Put me up. You're full of crap, pal. I went and pressure gullible 14-year-old fans. Look at you absolutely seeping because all that stuff that Dave Dunn the Pop told you was BS. I work in security. Why do you have a picture of me when I was about 14 or 15? That's pretty weird, man. You literally shown it in a video once, Marcus. And I did work in security. Want me to dig out my SIA? Cope, sieve, mold. Aye, go on. Not me, a seeping pal. Well, I mean, you're the one saying that Marcus, you're arguing with Marcus over his bloody hands. But you are, for some reason, you seem absolutely furious that I worked jobs. Sorry, but I did. I know you types get very upset over pesky things like facts and reality, but just know that I'm here for you in this trying time. Thought you were going to post your SIA, big man. Written now, been 5 years. I sure thing, pal. Still really angry about being wrong, I feel like I should be doing this video in a Scottish accent, but can't be bothered. Right, why you put me all the way to the top? Elon, get on it. You're supposed to be the savior of the entire goddamn internet. It's on the internet, pal. You posted it. Aye, but you saved it. Creepy. Okay, yeah, maybe. Right, he does have a point because all this was happening very quickly. I'm just reading now after the fact that. Well, it probably isn't over yet, considering this was only 2 hours ago. And you know how long these bloody Marcus arguments takes. Also, posting a picture of essentially a ween and then crying about him working in security would be like me posting a picture of Tyson when he was 8 years old and going, world champion, my ass, he's like 4 feet tall, actual paint hover. I work in security! Another ancient picture. Post a pic of yourself or be considered a skinny wee Jake ball. You can consider me to be anything you like, you fud. We're never getting to the point that where it's all Scottish terms that I don't even know. It sounds like gibberish to me. Skinny wee Jake ball confirmed. I really hope I'm not saying like slurs at this point. Fantasist FUD confirmed. It's just a guy who finds it hard to believe that someone worked a job. You're acting like I said something mental like an astronaut or F1 driver, but nah, apparently. The doors at the red triangle. It's too hard for you to believe. Just move on, man, you lost. Thought you were going to post your SIA, you... Okay, I probably can't say that word. It's been 5 years, don't seem to have it, but tell you what, open DMs, they'll even send you on companies and pay slips on the condition that once you get them, you need to post that publicly. You need to post publicly that you're aligned with that deal. Oh, surprise, surprise, you've lost it. Why does every single person that argues with Marcus, why are they so stubborn that they will never back down and go, oh, actually, you're right. I've other proof that I'm more than happy to send to you. Why are you crapping out now? Worried there, big man? Here's one I found in the net. The pick is blank, so you can fill it in and post it as yours. I said I'm happy to send you other evidence. You're just crapping out now because you know you're wrong. Why don't you post the evidence here, Marcus? Also, post your essay like you said you would, you fantasist man child. He can't find it. It's been 5 years. Right. I'm trying to think of something else, right? Right, so prove to me that you're older than Marcus by digging out birthday cards from 5 years ago. Oh, but it's been 5 years. The cards aren't there. Exactly. Sorry, something's falling off my bed there. I'll post the stuff in your DMs, but strangely you seem to not want me to do that. Why is that? Where'd you wrong? Crap bag. Why not post them here for all your gullible fans to see? Fantasist. Fantasist says the guy denying reality. I said I'll post them in DMs, and once they're right, once they prove me right and you're wrong, you need to tweet out that you're a lying wee cunt. Deal, or you're going to crap out because you know you're wrong. You've already backed out of posting your SIA, big man. He can't find it. So why don't you post your other evidence here? Says it's confidential. I don't want to make it public, but it's proof. We very easily could do it in DMs, but you keep backing out. Why are you backing out? You know you're wrong. Also, the company you said it doesn't exist. You never worked in security. Aye, right, it doesn't. Aye, but you never worked there. Prove you did. Fine. Actually, yeah. You take out your SIA or DFC. You take out your proof, dumbass. Also, stop dodging. Do you accept the deal or are you backing out because you know you're wrong? You're the one dodging, fantasist. Honestly, at this point, fantasist sounds like a slur for me. Also, I'm amazed I overlooked this given the fact you didn't know how security works. I don't think you ever worked in security either. I haven't checked the company. You said they don't exist. Dance Factory concerts, you cunt. They did most of the gigs in Glasgow or most of the 90s for them. Now post your SIA, like you said you would, and stop trying to back out like a coward. You worked most of the 90s for a company that wasn't started until 2007. Oh. Oh. At this point, I think he's probably going to say something like, but no, I worked at what became DFC. Back when I worked for them, they were called something else. I don't remember the name. It started in late 80s actually, but was sold in the 2000s, so it's a different one. And I post your SIA. Sorry. Wait, it was SIA? What's... No, you're saying SIE? Liar. That's how corporations work, mate. Caught lying on a perch, and I have said that I'm happy to. In your DMs, and after approving right, you have to tweet out that you're lying wee cunt. Why do you keep backing away from the deal? After all, you're so sure that I don't work in security, you seem to know it for a fact even, so you obviously have nothing at all to worry about, unless you aren't so confident in what you're saying. Why would that be, I wonder? Right, no, you can't do that. I saw when he replied and he said, if you post it my DMs, I'm gonna post it publicly on Twitter. Like, no, it's confidential, you can't do that. Oh god, now someone else getting involved. Who is this person? And stop putting me for the top, for Christ's sake. I'm sorry, you're pretending that you have a man on the inside feeding you his job information. Is that what you're going with? He replied, but deleted it. He thinks for some reason I'm lying about doing security work, despite the fact that I have old tweets of me inside he's doing literal security work. Didn't delete anything, Marcus. Why are you saying his name like it's a god she ran for European Parliament? This isn't the information to anyone. I call him Marcus. I'm not going to call him Dankula or Count Dankula or whatever the hell you want to say, because I don't like that. I find that cringe. I'll call Marcus Marcus. I'll call Carl Carl. I'll call Felix Felix. Anyone else I'm going to call by their real names. The only time I'm not going to call someone by their real name is when I don't know their real name, or it's for a school segment, and for privacy reasons, I use a fake name. I'm not saying his name as a god, you simpleton. This is the first time that I've actually agreed with Morris. Wow. I'm hardly going to call a 35-year-old man Dankler, for God's sake. Yes, thank you. Honestly, I'm going to do it. Can't die for some reason today. I want to use some sort of insult. That's cringe, but whatever. Too late. Kind of falls flat when you also have an alias. His name is Marcus, though. It's a known fact, so I'll call him by it. It's just kind of cringe that you're also using it as some sort of intimidation tactic. You know, you what? Call someone by their publicly known name as intimidation? Get a life, you silly sausage. I know dumber. Imagine thinking I'd be intimidated by this guy. It's over. Finally. Ah, for God's sake, this video is going to take a while considering you literally just posted that tweet. Here you go. They have constant Wikipedia. Then put your evidence. I'll wait. What's more accurate, Wikipedia or Company's House? Gotta belt it on. Aw, would you look at that? That's absolutely wrecked. Very desperate stuff, even from you, Marcus. Post the same link. Sorry, what was that? 3 seconds ago. Are you going to acknowledge that you just got proven spectacularly wrong? Now, can all the children, anyone below the age of 100, cover their eyes? Because I'm going to go on Morris here. If I could type. I'm not gonna end the video yet. I'm just gonna see if there's been any replies, because considering this is all now. Nope. So you did one job on a door once, probably held the job for a week until you realise what a cunt you are. Also, that could be easily faked. Best if you showed me your SIA like you said you would. So we went from you didn't work security to well you only worked in it a little, pretty fast. You need to hand lifting those goalposts there, my boy. They look heavy. Mate, just to admit you got caught line and move on. Might be older than me, but you're acting like a ween. And this always happens when people argue with Marcus. They always move the goalposts. It's always, you're 100% wrong, then it's, you're 99% wrong, 98, 97, and so on. I'm tired of it. Like, honestly, I should put up like a video, and I was going to send a style of someone, but I can't think of who. Probably. Sorry, that was a notification from my friend coming online in PS5. But what I was going to say is, like, the title, people think, oh, it's a critical style video. It's not a critical style video. it'd be like a Gamer from Marcel video called "The Most Hated Man on Twitter." Because I mean, who gets into more arguments like this than Marcus? I mean, I follow more people than just Marcus Paul and Stuss, but Marcus Paul and Stuss are the only people whose tweets I read.